Morning you guys, it's Karen and I'm here to talk today about these. These are 3 of the new Inkey List hair care products. So I've got 3 of them. They are 50ml in each, so quite small, and they are £9.99 each. There's only one of them. Ooh, my studio light is crackling. That's not good, is it? There's only one of them that's impressed me, to be honest. One that I'm... Can you hear it? That's scaring me. Is it going to blow up? Shouldn't be doing that, should it? It's on a circuit breaker extension, so it should be fine. Yeah, there's only one of them that has impressed me. The first thing I want to talk about is the packaging, because they're all in the same bottles as far as I can see. Well, certainly the 3 I've got are. And I actually got my order. I bought mine from Cult Beauty and I got the wrong order. So I got 2 Shea oils instead of a Shea oil and a Peptide Volumiser. And so Cult Beauty were great, I have to say. They were really good. I sent them a picture and a little video of the 3 products where 2 of them were Shea oil and they sent me out the Peptide Volumiser. However, I went to open the Shea oil and this pump did not work, does not work. You know, you switch it to the on position and it just won't press down. Thankfully, the other bottle that I had does work. So, but I do find them a bit difficult to use. They're not very easy. It's like you can't really tell when it's in the position that you can press it down, you know, and then when you press it down, a whole bunch of stuff comes out. Anyway, let's go through them. I'll go through the 2 that haven't impressed me that much. The first one is the Hyaluronic Acid Hydrating Hair Treatment. So I'll show you what it's like. There we go. So that's what comes out in one pump. So there's quite a lot there. I'm just going to put that through my hair because it doesn't really seem to have done much for my hair. So I don't mind putting it in. It's certainly not going to harm it. But what I have done with each of these products is use them on their own. I've washed my hair more than I normally would to use these products because I just wanted to use a shampoo and conditioner that I knew what result it would give my hair, and then use one of these products each time to see what the effect was. So when I used this, I used 2 pumps as recommended, and you can see that was a fair amount coming out. So 2 pumps was quite a lot, and I used this on my damp hair. I usually use a leave-in product because I do get tangly hair, and no matter what shampoo and conditioner I use, I always get like tangly bits, like I can't get my hands through the bottom of my hair, you know, and I'm constantly brushing it to get tangles out. So I thought this might work for that. So let me read you what the claims are for this one. It says, this is perfect for dry, frizzy, compromised hair. Help to smooth and promote healthy polish while warding against elemental aggressors. With a featherweight texture that sleekens your strands without dragging hair down. It boasts 2% resithiol, never heard of it, to maximize shine, water retaining optimized low and high hyaluronic acid, and 1% betaine to nourish and soften. Oh, and also 1% panthenol to hydrate. Wow, there's a lot of things in there. I don't really talk about the ingredients too much when I'm looking at hair care because I just don't know much about hair care and ingredients. I can look and translate things with skin, but not really with hair. I don't know an awful lot. I can only tell you what it did for my hair. So out of those, I would say it definitely did calm frizz, because I do, when I dry my hair, I get a lot of, you know, little bits sticking up, and I normally have to put something else on. Like even if I use a leave-in conditioner, once my hair is dry, I'll normally use something, some kind of serum on my dry hair just to smooth it all down. And I did notice that it felt quite smooth. However, the rest it didn't do. It says it's perfect for dry, frizzy, compromised hair. My hair is actually feeling very dry at the moment, and I noticed that it didn't stop the tangles. You know, I'd get to about there and it was still all tangly. It doesn't say that it's a detangler, but I would say that that's from when my hair is dry and not completely smooth, you know, that I get those tangles. It says that in clinical trials, 83% of testers claimed their hair looked less frizzy after 4 weeks of use. Wow. I don't think that this would last very long, I have to say. This, you know, it depends obviously how often you wash your hair, but there's only 50ml in here and there's quite a good couple of pumps come out of this, you know. I'm actually going to go and weigh it and test it. Okay, now I've got loads of it in my hair because I just went and weighed it. So what I did was I put this on the scales and it was 66ml, because obviously, you know, the weight of the bottle. And then I did 2 quick small pumps actually, so not depressing it all the way down. And that was 2ml. So I would say on average, you're going to use about 2ml a time. So that means that this will last 25 washes. So I suppose that's actually not too bad. what I will try next is I will use more than 2 pumps, because it certainly didn't weigh my hair down. You know, I felt like my hair was okay. It didn't feel tangly other than at the bottom. I just didn't really notice any difference. I just wasn't sure that if I didn't use this and used nothing, that there would be a huge difference, you know. So like I said, I might try and use 4 pumps and see if that does anything. So that's the hyaluronic acid hydrating treatment. Then on to the Shea oil nourishing hair treatment. Let's have a look at what this says. Just shook this and it's gone everywhere. Well, it's just as well I read you my notes from that first one, because I've just got now splashes of oil everywhere. Okay, note to self, if you don't turn the pump to the closed position and you move this about, it's going to come out. That's really bizarre. Okay, let me tell you what the claims for this one is. It says that this is a nourishing oil that protects and replenishes hair without leaving it greasy or limp. It's created for chronically dry, brittle lengths, intensively hydrates parched tresses in need of a serious drink. It's got 10% Lipex Shea Light to promote healthy luster while shielding against aggressors, 5% jojoba oil, which mimics the body's own oils to help fority compromised hair prone to breakage. Great for promoting a glorious shine. Just smooth through your pony to counteract frizz and bestow a shine. How to use. Shake the bottle well before use. We'll make sure that you've got the cap closed. Apply 1 to 2 pumps to the palm of your hands. Massage together and work through wet or dry hair, avoiding the scalp. Leave on and style as usual. It says you can alternatively use as a booster, adding a pump to your shampoo and conditioner to supercharge shampoo/conditioner to supercharge your hair. I might try that actually. That's a good thing to try, I think, because there is one thing that it's talking about there that I haven't found with this. It's saying that, where did it say it? Without leaving it greasy or limp. Now, I have used this on dry hair and it was actually fine. It seemed to absorb into my hair and didn't make a huge amount of difference. I almost used it as a night treatment, if you like, and I thought, oh yeah, that's actually quite nice as a smoother, so I was looking forward to using it. But I could tell when I was putting it on, I thought it feels extremely greasy. I don't know whether it's something that you'll be able to see. No, but it is very, very liquidy. You can see that it's very, very thin. I'm just gonna, my hair's gonna be like needing a wash after this because I'll have put so much on it. Maybe you will see it when I put it in. Can you see there? It's made it look wet. And that's what I noticed when I put it on my dry hair, that it did absorb into it. I was like, uh-oh, when I first put it on, I thought, oh, this looks like I'm gonna wake up with greasy hair, but it did actually absorb. But I thought it is and does feel really greasy. You know, can you see that on my hands? It's not a lightweight oil, as it seems to be saying that it is. So I thought I'll be really careful when I'm using it on my damp hair after washing it and only put a little bit in. I did that, and when I blow dried it, I still felt like here there were greasy bits. Now, they've gone away. So it did go away, but it took like a day for it to absorb, if you know what I mean. So it's obviously where I put it on at night on dry hair, it absorbed overnight, and then when I put it on wet hair and blow dried my hair, I could still see these sort of bits that looked oily, but it did absorb, but it took the whole day before that was sort of disappearing. I've made sure I only put it on the ends of my hair, and I have to say I haven't noticed any difference in the dryness. My hair actually does feel very dry, probably because, like all of us, I'm due a haircut and I would love to have, like, you know, a couple of inches chopped off, but the ends just feel so super dry, and I can't say that they feel any different because I was noticing this morning, I was like, man, my hair feels dry. I need to find time to use, I've got an Olaplex, 2 Olaplex things actually, and I've also bought another of the Hair Boss, the double mask, and I was like, I need to find time to use one of those because my hair feels really dry. So although I've used that Shea oil 3 times actually, because I used it once at night on dry hair, once on damp hair, and then I also used it another day with the Peptide Volumiser treatment just to see if I used them together, if there was anything different. And I just haven't noticed an awful lot of difference. So I think what I'm going to do is continue to use it at night, because it isn't weighing my hair down. It isn't, you know, that greasiness that I felt was only slight. It was only on a little bit back here. It wasn't obvious, and it didn't, like I said, it didn't weigh my hair down. It did ever so slightly take me longer to dry my hair, because sometimes if I buy a conditioner, a new conditioner that I have never used before, and I use a ton of it, sometimes that means that it doesn't work for me and my hair feels super, super greasy and it takes a long, long time to dry. And I know at that point, oh God, my hair's gonna look awful. And I sometimes have to go and rewash my hair. And as I was drying my hair, I was thinking, this is taking an awful long time. You know, normally my hair's 80% dry by now, and I think it was that shea oil. So that's not something I love. I like products I'm gonna put in afterwards to really help with the drying process. So I think I will probably use the shea oil on dry hair, like I said, as a sort of nighttime treatment. The last one is the Peptide Volumiser. Where is it? I will show you what it's, let's make sure I've got this right. No. Open, you can hardly see on there. Oh, okay, so I just did it. I'm just gonna show you what it's like. It's like water, it looks like water, and I thought, oh, that's, you know, not very, there's not much substance to that. It's very, very watery. But I used that again. I used a shampoo and conditioner that I knew what the results on my hair would be, and then used only this. And then I tried it again using it with the shea oil. When I first put it in my hair, I put this, you know, all on the roots. I used 2 pumps. And I do it with my head upside down, so it sort of gets on this bit and it gets on the sides, and, you know, in this kind of bit that I want to have a bit of volume in. And blow dried my hair, and I don't look in the mirror when I blow dry my hair, because like I said, I blow dry it to 80% dry, and then I'll either put Velcro rollers in or use a hot hairbrush. Is that what I mean? Hot hairbrush, you know what I mean? Hot air tool. And so I did that, and I was thinking, well, it doesn't feel very volumized. Normally, you know, I can feel that my hair feels a bit more sort of full and bouncy, and it wasn't feeling that way. But then I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh my goodness, that's amazing. It had done something that I've never had happen with anything else. It's difficult to show you actually with because my hair's in this little twist, but see, this bit of hair is flat like that, but it was actually like in a cow flick, you know, like that. And it has, ever since using the volumizer, my fringe has stayed away from my face. It isn't sitting completely flat on my forehead. And I think a lot of us are trying to achieve that. If you don't have a fringe, you know, bangs, I think you call them in the USA. If you don't have that, a short bangs, you're trying to make sure that your hair is away from your face. And it's really hard to get it to stay up. But I have to say, I was like, oh my goodness, wow, it was actually holding itself up. But my hair didn't feel like it had the same amount of volume that it does when I use like the Perfect Hair Day 5-in-1 treatment, things like that. But when I looked at it, like I said, it did look a bit more sort of plump. And so I've used it a couple of times and I do really like it. This is so far a winner from me. Obviously I need to use it a bit more because I've only used my Velcro rollers. I haven't tried it with my brushes, you know, the Babulous Big Hair and the other one that I bought. And so I would like to try it with that and see how I get on. This is just a first impressions review, but so far so good with this, and I can see me loving this. I'm really hopeful with this one because, again, although $9.99 isn't what I was going to say, isn't a drugstore price, but I guess it is because it's not expensive, is it? It's certainly less expensive than my PhD 5-in-1 treatment. So I might well have found my volumizing treatment there. So those are the only 3 that I've tried. They do have a lot of other products. I just realised I didn't tell you the description on this, on the volumizer. It says, adding oomph from the roots to tips to help resuscitate lifeless locks. It's got 2% Keranutri, which increases hair thickness and volume, 2% ACB Pisum sativum peptide to fatten each strand, and 1% betaine to improve condition. Lightweight serum makes hair appear fuller but thickens each fibre to maximise body and help fine or flyaway lengths. I mean, I don't have fine or flyaway hair, but it's 100% vegan and cruelty free. Yeah, nothing. I would agree with most of that. It did make my hair feel, like I said, a little bit sort of plumper. They have got a lot of other products, I was saying, but a lot of them are scalp treatments, so it's not something that I need help with. And there's also a brightening treatment, which I thought was really odd, a vitamin C brightening treatment, which seems a little bit gimmicky to me. What does it say? Best for dull damaged hair. Silky serum works to maximise strands shine. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to buy that. That does sound nice. When I read it, I'm like, oh, that actually sounds quite good. So I think I am going to add that to my basket right now, and I will try that out and talk to you about it in the in empties and fails. There's actually one review of that as well that looks like it's good. I've got long, medium, thick hair, the same as mine, prone to frizz and breakage. I was not disappointed. My hair feels soft and has a real shine for the first time in ages, but it doesn't feel heavy or sticky. Wow, yeah, I am definitely gonna give that one a try. Apologies that I don't have that in this haul, but the rest of the products that they have, like I said, are mostly scalp treatments. There's a chia seed curl defining hair treatment, but obviously I don't have curly hair. Then there's a caffeine stimulating scalp treatment, an amino acid grey scalp treatment, a salicylic acid exfoliating scalp treatment, and they're just not things that I feel that I need. So that is everything for this review of the Inkey List hair care. I would love to hear your thoughts on this, how you're using these. Has anybody tried like adding them to their shampoo or conditioners? I am going to add some of this Shea oil to my conditioner for the next wash, which will probably be today because now I've put so much of the products on that it might feel weighed down, you know. But I'll try that out. Let me know if you've tried it and how it's working for you, and if you tried any of the other like scalp products as well, because that will be helpful to people watching that want to know if they are any good. So yeah, that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.